Ever wondered how you can get your own supply of fresh, golden honey right from your backyard? Or maybe you're passionate about helping our vital pollinators, the bees? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the amazing world of beekeeping, and I'm going to show you step by step how to build your very own beehive from scratch. It's easier than you think, and incredibly rewarding. By the end of this video, you'll have all the knowledge you need to start your journey as a beekeeper. First things first, let's talk about why building your own hive is such a great idea. Not only does it save you money compared to buying a pre-assembled one, but it also gives you a deep connection to the process. You'll understand every nook and cranny of your bee's future home. The most common type of hive for beginners is the Langstroth hive. It's a modular system of stackable boxes, which makes it super easy to manage and inspect. So, what materials will you need? The star of the show is wood. Pine is a fantastic choice because it's affordable, readily available, and easy to work with. You could also use cedar, which is more weather-resistant but a bit pricier. You'll need several boards of specific dimensions to build the different parts of the hive. I'll provide a full cut list and downloadable plans in the description below, so don't worry about memorizing everything right now. Besides the wood, you'll need some basic tools: a saw, a drill, a measuring tape, a square, and a hammer or nail gun. For assembly, you'll want some wood glue for extra strength and galvanized nails or screws to prevent rusting. Let's break down the anatomy of a Langstroth hive. It's like a bee apartment building. At the very bottom, you have the bottom board, which is the hive's foundation and entrance. On top of that sits the hive body, or brood box. This is the largest box, where the queen lays her eggs and the colony raises its young. Inside this box, you'll place 10 frames. These frames are what the bees will build their honeycomb on. We'll get to assembling those in a minute. Above the brood box, you can add a queen excluder. This is a special grid that is big enough for worker bees to pass through but too small for the larger queen. This keeps her in the brood box, ensuring the upper boxes are used only for honey storage. These upper boxes are called honey supers. They're shallower than the brood box, which makes them lighter and easier to lift when they're full of honey. You can stack as many supers as your colony needs. Finally, the hive is topped with an inner cover for ventilation and an outer cover, which acts as the roof to protect the hive from the elements. Now for the fun part, let's start building. We'll begin with the main hive body, the brood box. You'll cut your pine boards into 4 pieces for the walls. The front and back pieces will need a special cutout called a rabbet along the top inner edge. This creates a ledge for the frames to hang on. The side pieces are simpler. Once your pieces are cut, apply a thin layer of wood glue to the edges and join them together to form a box. Use a square to make sure your corners are perfect 90-degree angles. This is crucial. Then, secure the joints with nails or screws. Next up are the frames. These can be a bit tedious to assemble because you need a lot of them, but it's a simple process. Each frame consists of a top bar, a bottom bar, and 2 side bars. Most beekeeping supply stores sell these in unassembled kits, which I highly recommend. You just fit the pieces together, add a dab of glue, and pop in a nail to hold it all together. The most important part of the frame is the foundation. This is a sheet of beeswax or plastic with a honeycomb pattern imprinted on it. It gives the bees a guide to build their comb straight, making inspections much easier. You simply slide this foundation into the grooves of the frame. Once your brood box and frames are built, the process for the honey supers is exactly the same, just with shorter boards. The bottom board is essentially a flat piece of wood with raised side rails to create an entrance for the bees. And the outer cover is a shallow box with a metal top to make it weatherproof. After everything is assembled, it's a good idea to give your hive a coat of exterior-grade, low-voc paint. This protects the wood from rain and sun. Stick to light colors like white or pastel shades, as dark colors can absorb too much heat in the summer. Be sure to only paint the outside of the hive, leaving the interior natural for the bees. Congratulations, you've built a beehive. But building the house is just the first step. Now you need to think about getting your bees. The best time to start a colony is in the spring. You can order a package of bees or what's called a nuc, which is a small, established colony with a queen already laying eggs. A nuc is often the easiest way for beginners to get started. When your bees arrive, you'll gently install them into their new home. This is a magical process, and there are many great videos online showing you exactly how to do it safely. Let's touch on bee farming, or apiary management. Your role as a beekeeper is to be a steward for your colony. This means performing regular inspections, typically every 7 to 10 days during the busy season. During an inspection, you'll be looking for a few key things: is the queen present and laying eggs? You'll look for tiny white eggs in the cells. Are there any signs of pests or diseases, like varroa mites? And does the colony have enough space and food? If the bees are running out of room, you'll need to add another super. If there's a nectar shortage, you may need to provide them with sugar water. Protective gear is non-negotiable. You'll need a bee suit or at least a veil to protect your face, a pair of gloves, and a smoker. A smoker is a beekeeper's best friend. Puffing a little cool, white smoke into the hive helps to calm the bees by masking their alarm pheromones, making inspections a much more pleasant experience for everyone involved. Harvesting honey is the sweet reward for all your hard work. You'll know it as time when the bees have filled a super with honeycomb and have capped the cells with a thin layer of beeswax. You'll remove the frames, carefully uncap the cells with a special knife or fork, and then use an extractor to spin the honey out of the comb using centrifugal force. The honey is then filtered to remove any bits of wax and bottled up. And let me tell you, there is nothing in the world that tastes as good as honey from your very own hive. Beekeeping is an incredibly fascinating and fulfilling hobby. It connects you with nature, helps the environment, and provides you with delicious honey. It does come with a learning curve, but don't be discouraged. Join a local beekeeping club or online forum. The beekeeping community is full of passionate people who are always willing to help a newcomer. Remember to check your local regulations regarding beekeeping, as some areas have specific rules. And always be mindful of your neighbors. Starting small with 1 or 2 hives is the best way to learn the ropes without feeling overwhelmed. You're not just keeping bees, you're becoming part of an ancient tradition of working with one of nature's most incredible creatures. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to build your own beehive and start your beekeeping adventure. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on beekeeping, homesteading, and sustainable living. Don't forget to check the description for the hive plans and a list of all the materials and tools we used. Happy beekeeping!